May profits be upon you. I hope you had a good trading session today. I do. Now, what you have in front of you on this screen is the pound USD trade analysis and trade idea that I gave pre-New York session. Right? This was the trade idea. I gave you two scenarios. I gave you a bullish scenario, and I also ended the video with a bearish scenario looking just like this. All right. Notice the timestamp. Boom. Right. I'm going to leave a link for this earlier video today in the I'll leave it on your screen at the end of this video. All right. And you just need only to click on it to check the reference. But what I said was, if price breaks this zone here, all right, this demand zone, if price breaks that demand zone, I'd be waiting here for the demand, for the supply that was responsible for breaking this demand. And I would take a high probability trade to the downside all the way to this demand. All right, this is the next 15-minute zone, I believe it is. And that's the way I do it. That's how I set my TPs, right? Why is it, where is it going? All right, anyway, let me move this over here. How do I get rid of this thing? I took it. All right, now what do we have? This is where I left you at the video. I'm going to break this down real quick. What I want to see. All right. I saw that the bullish scenario was kind of working out while I was giving the video, and price was coming up here, and I was like, okay, we're having a reaction off of this demand zone. We have this reaction. The zone seems to be strong enough to push. If price, my idea was, if price breaks this supply and this supply, this one up here, excuse me. All right. If it breaks the supply, if we get a push like that, I'm waiting for price to come back to this reaction, the extreme of the reaction, so I could take a high probability trade to the upside. I'm waiting for this kind of action, right? So I'm waiting for this this impulse to do its thing. All right, I got my supply zone mapped out. I got my demand zone mapped out. Everything's hunky-dory. All right, let's advance price using the market replay button. All right, which one do I do? This one? Okay. All right, price gives a bearish candle, and then we start coming down the other way. I'm like, oh, hold up now. You know, maybe it'll do, you know, a zigzag up there, right? And it was at this point when I started seeing strong more momentum coming in. I said, okay, all right, my strategy has to switch. I was like, if we break this, that means we're coming from my demand. All right, and it looks like the bearish scenario is going to take place. All right, so as price is fighting, I'm saying, okay, it just failed in an attempt to make a new high. Uh-oh. So we advance a little bit more. We advance a little bit more. Price is breaking. We have a close at this at that low. We're still at this level. And I'm like, if price shoots through this thing, it's on for the break, for the bearish scenario, right? Boom, that's it. All right. So right now I'm like, okay, it didn't close past there, but that's a pretty strong demonstration that price wants to go lower, in my opinion, especially after making a lower two lower highs. All right, we're respecting that high. This supply is holding. All right, and we're breaking market structure to the downside. All right, so but it's internal. It's an internal of the internal market structure. It's a substructure, but for me, it's pretty demonstrative. And I'm also checking how price is hitting this refined. All right, I refined it from here because we have a reaction already. All right, and we're coming in deeper. All right, I'm down here now. All right, I'm down here at the refined version of this. I believe this is a 15-minute zone, and I refined it to the 5-minute extreme of the 15-minute zone. Got it? Good. All right, so we have a nice reaction here. I'm like, okay, we can still have a bullish scenario. All right, the next candle fills that wick. I'm done with the bullish scenario right now. So now what am I looking for? I'm looking for price to break this low with a break and a close. Got it? I need to see that close. I need to see a close below this low. That is the whole key. All right. Uh-oh, I went too far. Okay. So let me get rid of this. I don't like a whole lot of mess on my screen. All right. Come on, man. There you go. And there you go. All right. So as price is coming down here, all right, if it breaks, if I get that break and close, I'm waiting for, I'm looking at this as the potential extreme of this reaction. All right. But we haven't reacted yet. We haven't reacted yet. So I'm going to advance price some more. Come on, man. All right. I'm going to advance price some more here. All right. Look at that. Oh, so what do I do with that? It wicked past the low. It wicked past the low, but it didn't break that low. Now, remember what happened up here. Remember what happened up here. It made a nice big wick. You think it's going to reject all the way up? Nope. Price comes and fills that wick. So I'm looking to see if price is going to fill that wick. Got it? And price is coming. It's coming. Okay. What we have now is a reaction to this demand zone. The demand zone is holding to this point. All right. Let's see how price does as it climbs up here. Are we going to come up here and test that? Are we going to form a new supply zone? This is what I'm looking for, because that's going to be my reaction in case price comes up and makes a demand, a supply zone that actually breaks and closes past this low, past the low of the demand zone. Okay, that's where I'm at right now. Okay, let me get that out. Okay, so I'm still watching up here, still watching. All right, but I'm on a bearish scenario. Got it? Good. Okay. Just need to note we've broken some short-term lows here. Okay, that's pretty significant, but I'm looking for this demand to be broken before I can take shorts, because I don't want to take shorts from anywhere up here while there's a demand in there. I'm not taking shorts into that, because price could go against me, right? What sense would that make? That's the logic. All right, let's advance price. All right. Okay, if it's turning around here, aha, and look how it closed right at the bottom, right below that low. For me, I have to combine some confluences here. I got to take note. We broke this low, just barely, but we broke that low with a strong candle to the downside after wicking past it. All right, for me, this is significant. For me, it looks like price wants to go lower. It looks like price is demonstrating that its intent is to go lower. After a lower, two lower highs, after the respect of this high in the supply, I'm looking for price to go lower. Now, I have a supply zone here. All right, I will use the whole range of this candle here. I have a supply zone here. All right. Now I am waiting. I am waiting for price to come up here and then continue down. But what I do now, being that I'm on the 5-minute, I go down to the 1 minute. As soon as that breaks that low, I'm going down to the 1 minute and I'm waiting for price to come up and get me. Got it? This is what the 1 minute looks like. We have the refined zone here. We broke that low here. We have our supply formed up here. Now I want to take a closer look at this supply, because I want to refine this zone. I want price to come back up to where it was last where it was inefficient last, or where there is an unmitigated zone of supply. All right. I don't need to go up here. Why? Because this wick here came into the extreme of this zone. All right. Here is the last point at which price has not mitigated the zone. It can't, it trades up here, but it didn't quite get into this zone. And I like this as a zone. All right. This is the last supply that price had before it broke this this demand zone here. You understand? This is the demand to supply flip. All right. You can use this whole zone. All right. Because this is the range of the supply zone. And I'm waiting for price just to come back up in here so I could take it on down. You understand? But I'm being precise. I'm being a little bit more precise with it. All right. If we were going to map the supply chain, all right, this is how I would have mapped it, like so. All right, from this zone here to this zone forming here, and then it coming back up and forming this third zone. Got it? This is how I would map it. I'm looking for price to come up here. And what did I do? I put my what do you call that thing? My price tool. All right. If I can find it there. I put my price tool ready up here. Now, I use this whole zone. I use this whole zone to buy up before the aggressive sell-off, right? I use the whole zone. You could have refined it here, and I could have gotten a better price, but I was live in front of people in a group. All right. I was trading this live, and I kind of didn't, I was just reacting to price. I'm on the 1 minute, and I decided to just, I saw price coming up here, and I said, let me put my my order here. I snapped it on. I said, I'll be safe, give it room to breathe, and I put it a 7.6 a stop loss on it. All right. I'm waiting for price to come up here and tag me in. All right. Tag me in. All right. Price actually, I remember taking this live, and I got in here. I manually got in here. All right. The correct play, I'm telling you, I was a little aggressive. The correct play is to wait for price to come back. All right. But yeah. Wait for price to come back. I do believe I got in here. I'm trying to remember right now. Happened kind of fast, but this is the correct play anyway. I'm letting you know what the right thing to do is. Let's advance price. Here we go. It's coming up. It's coming up. Oh yeah, and I'm in. All right. I am in this trade, and I am prepared to take the loss if it comes for this higher side liquidity. Maybe it wants to fill in this imbalance up here. A whole lot of things ran through my mind, because this is prime real estate, and price could, definitely take out these highs and continue that bullish scenario I said earlier. But I thought price demonstrated that it wanted to stay bearish, and I was ready for it. Okay. And if we just turn it on, this is what I want you to do. I want you to think about how you give price room to breathe, how you set your TP. I said to take it down to the next zone. The next zone, I'm letting you know, was, oh man, goodness, was it a 4-hour zone? Let me see if it's on the 15. Yeah, it's on the 15. This is a 15-minute zone. You see the lows here. You see the lows here. As it took liquidity there, this is what I was looking for. I wanted price to come down here. All right. I thought this would be the best spot for it. All right. And you see, price is making its way on down. All right. I just want you to understand, when you're doing this here, when you're letting price just cook, let it do its thing. All right. Just let it do its thing, man. Don't start messing with price. Don't start messing with the trade, or adjusting your strategy or whatever. This is your setup. This is your setup. A push down, a pull back, a push lower. You're waiting for this return to impulse here. And if you let it happen and you just let it trust, when it gets into the middle of your stop loss, and if you put your stop loss in the right place, you put it over market structure to protect yourself, to protect that stop loss. All right. And you just know, you just got to know that it's going to go your way more often times than not. This is your edge. All right. Just let it play out. Don't mess with it. Keep your strategy and your executions the exact same way every time. All right. Do not change the way you execute your trade. Do not change the way you enter. Do not change the way you exit. All right. Take it the same way every time. Why? Consistency breeds consistency. I hope you understand. I hope you enjoyed this video, this breakdown, and I'm hoping to do some more for you. Let me know if you like this kind of video after, you know, the after review, after action review of the earlier session. All right, just smash the like button, subscribe to my channel, hit the bell icon to get notified of all the new updates. All right, and do drop a comment, because I love to hear from you. I always love hearing from my peoples. All right, so that's the end of this video. I'm gonna leave the video analysis for this trade. I'm gonna leave it on your screen right now, and I bid you a simple adieu.